Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Colton with Infected Outdoors. We're going to conclude the broadhead test that I conducted earlier this year. A lot of great responses. I appreciate everybody who's chimed in. A lot of people are asking how come I wasn't including certain broadheads such as Ramcat, the Muzzy Trocars, some of the G5 products, and some various other ones. I think Magnus was mentioned a few times, and those are great broadheads. Okay, I've killed a bunch of stuff with a Muzzy Trocar. My wife killed her first deer with a Ramcat. I just didn't have those in my possession at the time of this test, and so that's why. Also, these, with the exception of Ramcat, these are probably some of the most highly talked about broadheads as far as accuracy is concerned, and I wanted to see how accurate they were without tuning your bow, and that was the whole point of that video. So now my bow's tuned. We're going to use the same arrow for super consistent data, and it's just a Hunter 300 by Gold Tip, wrapped with Blazer wrap and a Blazer vanes. We got the Q80 Exodus, the Wasp drone, the Wacom 4-blade, and the Viper Trick by Slick Trick. And I'm also, just for giggles today, I do have a Muzzy I'm going to throw in. It's a Phantom SC. It's a cut-on contact head. It was introduced to the market at the same time the Trocar was. Now, I've killed a bunch of stuff with the Trocar. Like I said, I've had great luck with it. It's a durable head. It's a great value head. And in this conclusion, we're going to talk about what I feel is the best broadhead, not only from an accuracy standpoint, but also value standpoint, a durability standpoint, fit and finish standpoint. Okay, I've had a chance to pretty much shoot something with every one of these broadheads. I have some of it on video and some of it I don't, but I have the aftermath of the broadhead that I'll be putting in here to show you why I feel that this is a good broadhead or not such a good broadhead. Okay, so but anyway, we're going to hop right into it, shoot a field point just to verify I am sighted in down there. I have the block target, have some 2-inch squares on it, and we're going to get after it. Okay, again, up first is going to be the Exodus broadhead. Okay, we know that's an accurate broadhead. My bow's tuned. It shouldn't have changed. I felt that was pretty much where my pin was. Felt like I was coming up on the target and didn't settle down. Alright, so that was the Q80 Exodus broadhead. Again, super accurate. I didn't expect nothing to change with this broadhead. Okay, it hit exactly where my pin was, both shots, and it's just a phenomenal head. Like I said, it's one of the best out there. If not, I'll say it's the best, most accurate fixed blade on the market right now. Okay, it's a great broadhead. Very much you can say about it. Alright, so the second broadhead is going to be the Wasp drone. This was the second most accurate broadhead that I tested, so we're running it number 2, and we're going to see how it does. Okay, hit the top part of it. Alright, that was the drone. Super accurate. I mean, I say super accurate. I feel that's as good as I'm shooting right now. I haven't been shooting a lot, but my bow is sighted in, and it's going exactly where my pin is, so I'm not complaining about that. Okay. Alright, so we got the 4-blade put on there, so whack them. These are so these were shooting, I want to say wide left or wide. They were shooting wide left, I think. So inside the dot again. Alright, well, that's the Wacom 4-blade, super accurate, out of a tuned bow like most broadheads are. What this is just kind of proving that nothing is gonna make up for a bow that's out of tune. If your bow's not tuned, your broadheads are not going to fly well. I don't care if it's mechanical. They're not going to fly well. They're not going to penetrate well if their bow isn't tuned good, if it's a mechanical. And everything else. So up next is going to be the Slick Trick. Now somebody said, now this is a slow bow broadhead. Now keep in mind, my bow is set on probably about 64, 63 pounds, 31-inch draw length. 65% let off, so I'm getting a little bit more speed out of it that way. I'm just clocking about 311, alright, with this arrow set up. Okay, so but I really think that the majority of my problem last time was the bow not being tuned in the square top corner. Alright, so that was a Slick Trick Viper Trick. Those 4 broadheads, and we saw last summer that this one couldn't even probably get within 7 inches of the blue dot. Okay, and same thing with the Wacom. if your bow's not tuned, it's not going to perform well. Okay, that is plain and simple. Okay, tuning is super important. I've been kicking around the idea of throwing a couple tuning videos up. That really makes this process really easy. So let me know in the comments below if that's what you want. If y'all would like to see how I broadhead tune bows. I will say that I restrung my cousin's bow, and I put the new roller guard on a 2016 PSE Carbonaire. I put the new hinging roller guard on it and upgraded it. I paper tuned both bows. Literally got them shooting clean bullet holes. And at 40 yards, the Wackems were smacking field points. Like, I actually wrecked some arrows doing it. So I do feel that the Wackems are field point accurate if your bow's tuned. You know, that's something that they probably leave out. You know, hey, you gotta make sure your bow's tuned. But I will still say this: the Q8E is probably still the most accurate broadhead made right now, because with zero tune at 40 yards, I was popping a 4-inch balloon. That I just don't think you can ask for a more accurate broadhead than that right there. But up next is going to be it's the Phantom SC by Muzzy. And this is just kind of a giggles. I don't know what's coming. Theoretically, it should be pretty close to where everything else is. So I'm just going to shoot it one time. Unless it's way off, then we'll shoot it again to verify it. Ooh, that one was down. Same spot. Alright, so that broadhead right there is shooting a little bit low, so just so people are wondering why, it would take just a little bit more tuning, fine tuning on my part, if that was a broadhead I was going to shoot. It's not. This was just just to see, just for grins, right? Alright, so we're back, and we're going to go over the broadheads that I shot animals with, okay? It's a Q80 Exit, it's a Wasp drone, and the Wacom 4-blade. Alright, I shot nothing but feral pigs with these. Alright, that's one of the most toughest animals in North America, as far as I'm concerned, maybe even the planet. But every one of these broadheads did exceptional as far as the amount of damage they didn't receive. Okay, they all held up real well. Found blood on every animal. Yeah. So we're just gonna get up real close, and I'll be spinning them around underneath. I got some good light right here, and we'll be able to see really the damage is done, and I'll be able to splice in pictures, a little bit of video from the hunts, and stuff like that as we're talking about these broadheads. So the first broadhead we're going to talk about is going to be the Q80 Exodus, okay? And this one took probably the worst damage of all, but it hit a rock, okay? And that's what curled that tip right there. It curled the tip and didn't mangle none of the blades. I got a few nicks right there. I don't know if we can see them. I'm trying to do the best I can. But and I gouged the blade right there. That hit a really big rock, okay? I didn't get this animal on video, but, you know, hey, that's just kind of a rock against a broadhead. You'd figure do a little bit more than that, okay? The next one is going to be the drone. Alright, now this one got me a 2 for one evening. They were small pigs, but it shot through 2 of them, okay? We can see all the mud and stuff. There's probably actually some blood still on here. Do I know it's on the arrow? Yeah, you can see some blood on that O-ring right there. But this broadhead is in fantastic shape. No curled tip or nothing. I mean, it's in excellent shape. No dings in the blades, no bent blades or nothing. Still spins really good. This is what I've shot the most animals with. Not with this broadhead, but I wanted to show you kind of how this thing works, okay? The way the blades lock up and everything. Because this is actually one of my favorites from the test. Whoa. So what it does is it really has a channel. I don't know if we can see that or not, but the way that these blades, they lock in really, really tight. And the tolerances that this broadhead has is just, to me, ridiculous. Alright, they fit really tight. It doesn't rattle. It doesn't whistle. Or anything like that. But I ended up shooting 3 pigs with the Wacom. Alright, this is the first one. I shot a blonde boar hog, and I shot him quartered away, and it exited, which you'll see in the picture, through the front shoulder, okay? These blades are a little dented. Nothing really I couldn't probably run through a sharpener and pull out and use again. Alright, if that's the way I did things. I'm I'd change them every single time, no matter how good they are. Alright, that wasn't a very good damaging shot. Alright, so the second one shot a giant pig. He's still alive, okay? And he's a monster. He ate this broadhead and literally spit it out. But this is the head that shot him. I shot him a little too far back and low. Shot him through the diaphragm. He's still alive. And I'll give you, I'm not going to show you the video, but I am going to show you a screenshot that I captured from the impact. He's a giant. Yeah, he's big, ain't he? So, anyway, so here's the broadhead that shot him. The blades, anyway. They probably took the worst amount of damage because it came out real low and hit him in the leg bone. And I'm also going to show you a picture of him to this day. It was actually just taken a few days ago. And we can see the wound on him. So, anyway, so there's that. That one shot him. And then probably 15 minutes after I shot him, I shot a pretty good boar hog too, about 160, 170 pounds, through both shoulders. Not just into one, I shanked him. The definition of shank is what he got. So, and that broadhead is really in excellent shape. That, I think, they kind of flattened the edges on these things, but it never bent them. Again, if I really wanted to, I could resharpen these, okay? I'm just not a resharpener kind of guy. So, and no tip curled. I don't even know where that broadhead is, the ferrule. I have no idea where it's at. It's still in my quiver. That's the only thing I do know. That broadhead, the ferrule to that broadhead is still in my quiver. I shot all three animals with the same ferrule. Just changed the blades. The Wacom is tough. It's built extremely well. Doesn't whistle. The drone, super accurate, super affordable. Probably the most affordable broadhead out of the group. I think it comes in at $29.99 retail. Comes with 2 extra sets of blades. Okay, that's 5 broadheads in one package. That's a super value. Okay, the Exodus is probably the most pricey. I think they're $45, $49 depending on where you get them, but they're tough. I mean, that thing, it shot a rock, and we're not talking like a little rock. We're talking South Texas rock. Okay, and they hold up well. I got a couple friends that have just really just slaughtered some animals with them, and they just really pick them out of the dirt and shoot them again. I mean, they're super tough. They're super sharp. The Slick Trick, again, it comes in at a pretty good value. You're getting 4 broadheads, I think, for $40, $39.99. That's a good value, okay? If you've bow hunted for any length of time, you've heard of Slick Trick. They are probably one of the most durable, well-built broadheads on the market. Hands down, they're hard to destroy. And I'm sure if you search in your YouTube, destruction on broadheads and try to find some Slick Trick's going to pop up in there several times. Wacom, again, they're a little pricier. I think they're $40 to $44 depending on where you get them. They come in packages of 4. The blood trails that I've had out of the Wacom were by far, second to none, the best blood trails I've had on a pig. And that's saying something if you've hunted pigs. They are hard to make bleed. And granted, I'm putting good shots on them. The pig that I didn't find, he's a jumbo. He's a magnum. You saw him. He left a great blood trail for me to follow. And I didn't even hit him in a vital area. I mean, that's how sharp the blades are. And whenever you get a sharp blade through an animal, they're going to bleed more because all the cuts are a lot cleaner. They're not jagged. They're not getting pinched together. They're not getting clotted up faster because they're so clean of a cut. And they produce more blood that way. I've been happy with all of them. I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. Definitely the best value for your bang for your buck is a Wasp drone, and I don't think you're going to be upset with it if that's the broadhead you choose. My personal pick is the Wacom. The way that it's built, it's probably one of the quieter flying broadheads. The Q8E is by far the most accurate and the quietest broadhead because it doesn't have any cuts in the blades, and that makes a huge difference in noise downrange. Okay, but the Wacom is extremely quiet, extremely accurate when your bow's tuned. But just how well they're built, literally just replace the blades. That tip is not going to curl. I don't know what I could shoot animal-wise to make the blade curl. If big boar hogs don't do it, there's not an animal I'm personally going to hunt that's going to make a tip curl on a broadhead if a boar hog isn't going to do it. Alright, so that is my pick. That is what I'm going with. They're in my quiver. I trust them. They fit in a quiver really good. All these broadheads do. Until we talk next time, God bless. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to our Facebook page, Infected Outdoors. Give it a like. That way you can stay updated with everything we got going on. If you are on our Facebook page and you're watching, you know we're going to have some killer footage for y'all because we've shot some great deer this year. And I can't wait to start showing all this to y'all. And we're going to actually get y'all started here in probably the next week and a half on the stuff that y'all missed, that we weren't able to get put together fast enough last year. And I take full responsibility for that. I've been really busy. People that do know me, and luckily we got a great crew with Infected Outdoors, and they understand everything that's been going on in my life, and they know why it didn't get done.